guys, so today I did a sunset inspired look. I did a like orange and wine and gold, just kind of blended it all from the inside to the out, like a semi cat eye, but not, you know, like just a little flow. But yeah, it's a really pretty look, really fun for summer. I hope you guys like it. Okay, so I am starting this off with my Sorme Anti-Aging Primer. This is going to help to matte out shine and help your makeup last longer while filling in your fine lines and your pores. Now I'm going in with an angled brush and my Dirty Blonde MAC fluid line for your brows. You can also use a pencil. I just bought this, so I was super excited to use it. But I'm just filling in the bottom of my brow, making it nice and sharp. And filling in the outer corner of my brow because mine is very sparse on the outside, so I like to make it a little thicker. So here I turn my brush vertical just to kind of flick into the brow to give it a nice square edge on the outside. And I'm taking a plain mascara wand. You can find these at Sally's in the little bagfuls for like $2. They really help to lighten up what you've filled if you've done it too dark. And then I'm finishing up with my brow setting gel from MAC. Okay, now I'm going in with my MAC Prolongwear Concealer and a concealer brush, and I'm priming my eyelids for my eyeshadow. So I just filled up the whole lid and shaped underneath the eyebrow too to smooth that out if there was any rough bumps and edges. And I took this blending ball. This I got at Sally's. They look a lot smaller when you first get them, but then you wet them and they get bigger like that. So I like to use this a lot of times for my concealer because it'll thin it out and help it to not crease and give it a more natural look, even if it's a full coverage. So now I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics 120 color palette and my Firm Defining Brush by Sorme. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this really pretty wine color. It is actually the one underneath that I just pointed to. And I'm taking it in a V shape on the outer corner of my eye, dragging it further in my crease and by my lashes, and leaving the majority of my lid for the next colors that we add. Now this palette, the colors don't actually have names. That's why I'm going to keep pointing to them, to the colors that I use. And if you like this palette, we actually do sell this at work. We have some left over from Christmas when we had those in. But they're really cool. They are all shimmer, so you do have to use additional matte colors from outside of the palette if you want to use matte colors. But it's a fun shimmery palette, and there is pretty much like every color in the world on there. And now I'm going in with this reddish coppery color and just blending out from that wine color and warming it up. And now I'm taking the orange and brightening up where we just put that coppery red. I'm putting it a little bit more towards the inside to brighten it up even more. And just tapping that in there really good. Patting the eyeshadows into your eye is going to help add more pigment. And then I'm going to brighten up the inner corners with this really pretty light yellow. And it's going to set that orange off and just make it look brighter. So now I'm going to go into my crease with my Sorme powder. This is a really tan one, so sometimes I use it in my crease, and I also use it to do my contouring with. It's pretty much the same as if you were to take your bronzer into your crease. So I'm using a Sorme fluffy brush. It's just a really flat, fluffy brush, and I'm putting this all through my crease just to give it some matte pigment in there and to warm up my crease and bring an orangey tone into that area. And to soften the wine. I don't really like harsh lines, so I do a lot of blending. So now I'm just going back into my eye with all of the same colors that we just used, just to brighten them and add more pigment. So I'm adding the wine, the copper red, the orange, and the yellow, and just doubling up on that shadow to brighten it up. So now I'm going in with my Victoria's Secret's flat liner brush, and I'm taking the same colors underneath my eye, but just 3 of them. I did the wine color on the outside, the orange under the whole eye, and then the yellow on the inside to brighten that as well, just to tie in the top with the bottom. And now I'm going in with MAC's Folie eyeshadow. It is a matte purpley brown eyeshadow with my MAC 259 brush. It's a lot like the Sorme Firm Defining Brush, but it's a little bit tighter of a brush, and I'm just going to add some extra depth into my outer corners just to deepen that wine color. And now I'm just going to use my MAC 224 blending brush and go in and blend everything in there and make sure it's really soft. And now I'm taking my MAC 215 brush and my Candlelight Glow by Too Faced. It's a really pretty highlighter. I'm just going in and highlighting under my eyes and on my inner corner. That did have a slight shimmer just to brighten it up. And now I'm going in with Black Track Fluid Line by MAC and an angled brush, and just drawing in a nice thick black sharp line with a slight wing. So now we're going to clean up some of the shadow that may have fell. I'm using my MAC makeup removing wipes and just cleaning up under that line so that my line looks a little more sharp and my shadows aren't underneath of that line. Okay, so now I'm going in with Prolongwear concealer in my concealer brush and just highlighting under my eyes and all the areas that I want to highlight. So I'm going to bring it down the bridge of my nose and highlight that, and highlight my chin and both under eyes. I'm also going to frame my brows a little bit with this concealer too, just to help them look a little more sharp. And now I'm going back in with my blending ball, and I'm just kind of pressing the makeup into my skin. The ball is wet, so it actually helps to thin out that concealer a little bit and make it not so thick. It still gives a full coverage, but just not a cakey look, and it makes it 1,000 times easier to blend anything you're using. I love these things. Now I'm going in with my MAC Face and Body Foundation. It is a really thin moisturizing foundation. And I'm also using my new IT Cosmetics brush. I really love this brush. It is a really flat buffing brush, and there's a ton of hair in it, so it just feels like a really nice brush. It feels really nice on your skin. It really buffs that makeup into your face and just makes it look like a really smooth airbrushed look. Plus it feels really nice. Okay, so I'm going in with my Sorme powders and my Real Technique Fluffy powder brush. This is a really good brush. It puts your powder on very flawlessly. I just really like this brush. And it's super cheap. You can find this at Ulta over in the drugstore aisle. It is a really good brush. And now I'm just going in with another Sorme powder in 407. This is just a really dark powder for my skin, so I like to use it as my bronzer. I'm doing a little bit of contouring, but just really gentle. That's why I'm going in with this fluffy brush and not a tighter brush. So this is just going to help to add that pigment in those areas that I like to contour, but not give it such a harsh line. It's also much faster and much easier. So I'm just pretty much adding all of that bronzer on my cheeks, in my jaw line, around my hairline, and I'm also doing the sides of my nose, just real quick, nothing crazy. And then I'm going in with my NYX blush. It's one of their mosaic blushes called Love. It's my new favorite blush right now, and my MAC blush brush. And I'm just kind of patting that in and warming up where I put that bronzer. So I pat it on first just to add the pigment, and then I kind of buff it in to mix the two colors together, and that gives it more of a soft fade. And then I drag it through my eyes. I don't really know why I do that. I kind of just, it's a habit. I do it all the time. It kind of warms up your eyeshadow just a teeny bit. It's a habit. It's unnecessary. This is Candlelight Glow by Too Faced. I'm just going in with my e.l.f. angled brush and adding that small highlight just to the top of my jawbones and down the bridge of my nose. And I'm finishing it up with the NYX matte finish powder, or spray, just kidding, finishing spray. And I'm just going to finish my eyes with MAC's in Extreme Dimension mascara. This is my favorite mascara right now. Since I'm not doing lashes, I'm going to put on a lot of mascara. I'm taking it on the top of my lashes just to cover up any shadow that may be on them, and kind of rolling it on there to add extra product. And then I'm going at the base of my lash line and just rocking it back and forth and pretty much shoving as much product I can at the base of my lash line. And then I would shimmy it up just to make it be thick at the bottom and thin on the ends. Okay, so now I'm taking my Too Faced lip liner in Perfect Pink. If you have not tried Too Faced lipstick or lip liners, you absolutely need to. They are very creamy. They go on so smooth. They're not too cheap. I think it's like a lip liner is like 19 and the lipsticks are 20 or something, but they're great. I love them. I only have a few of those just because I stock up on NYX a lot. Their lipsticks are usually buy one get one 50% off. Too Faced ones are just awesome, and all the lipsticks smell and feel so good on your lips. So I'm just going in and lining the outside of my mouth and then filling in the whole lip pretty much. And then I'm going to go in with my Too Faced lipstick. This is called Naked Dolly. It is really, really pretty. I love this color. So I'm just taking this on my whole lip as well, and it's going to mix the two colors together. If you like more of a nude lip, you could skip the lip liner and just add this, or even grab Perfect Nude lip liner. That's a really pretty lip liner as well. But I wanted a pinky nude. And I love this combo. And there we have it. We are done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, share. I appreciate it so much. And if you have any ideas for makeup tutorials that you would like to see, just leave it in the comments below.